We're back, episode 6, the D. Reyes experience. I feel like that we have been gone literally forever. It's been like a month or something. Guys, I apologize, myself and the production team. I've just had a lot of brain issues. We got those straightened out though, and now we are back on the grind. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we've missed so much. I feel like we've been gone forever, Vlad. What's going on, dude? How you been?
Not bad, man. Rolling with the punches out here.
And
Busy,
then
busy as always.
we've got Victoria over here, Vic. I'm sure a lot of you may
Oh,
know her. She's around. She's around tonight. Yeah, so we just figured. I mean, we've been trying to get back into the studio, recording podcasts regularly for probably the last like week and a half now. And to be honest with you, Vlad, I'll just open up and go ahead and say it in front of everybody. It's hard to get rolling again.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you take a break from anything, let alone something that's as involved as this. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to roll it. That's why I've been pushing you so much, man. I'm like, hey, we should do one tonight. We should do one tonight. Let's just do it and
Yeah,
throw it away and not care about it. Let's just do one.
well, I feel like a lot of the issues, the most of the issue was just scheduling. A lot of it was scheduling. And then at one point in time, I was still having brain issues, and we were like, fuck it. Should we still go ahead with the production? Should we wait? And so there was kind of a period of limbo where we really didn't even know what we were doing. And I honestly, through the entire thing, didn't know how long it was going to be before we were recording another show.
Oh yeah. I mean, days turned into weeks pretty quickly because I mean, we at one point thought we had everything tackled, and then issues reared their ugly heads again. And I mean, everybody knows how it goes with technical issues, whether it be with a production or with their home computing unit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's how it goes.
Electronics are stupid. That's what it all comes down to. It's dumb. And electricity's black magic, and you just shouldn't fuck with that shit because nobody really understands it. But anyway, Victoria, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been basically grinding mechanic ever since I got hired.
Oh, for
So,
real? How long have you been in the
yeah.
mechanic shop?
I got hired like right around when you had started having brain issues.
I
So I
actually,
just
I got hired on too. I almost forgot about that. And then Daddy Kraft said I couldn't have my beard. He said I'd have to shave my beard. And so I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to do. I was actually, I felt bad about it until you told me you were getting a mechanic shop too, but I was actually going to leave VU security for that. And I'm glad it didn't happen, honestly, because I don't know. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't have had fun being a mechanic. I'm just not a car guy.
yeah.
Oh,
I
come
mean,
on.
it's a grind in the beginning, and like it's still a grind even though I'm cosmetics now. Because like
Yeah.
now I'm just trying to get body work, and I know as soon as I get body work, it's just be like, oh no, I'm gonna grind to get tuner now.
Right.
So
How
once I
long?
get tuner,
How long would it take someone to just?
I mean promotions are like once a month. So
Huh?
Jeez.
if
It's like
you're
lawyers.
Yeah.
if you're on it, then a couple of months, if
I, j-
that.
I just think that being a roadside assistant would be a fat pain in the ass entirely.
It sucks.
Bro,
It
that's the one I'm
sucks.
most excited for, man. Like I'm in the application process myself, and to round out my resume here. And honestly, that's what I'm most excited about is just rolling around and picking up all the freaking trash cars up off the side
You're
of the road,
excited
man.
about roadside, dude?
Yeah, I just want to roll around and clean up the city. Because
Fucking
how many times
boring,
have you been
dude.
cruising around? And I
Fucking
mean, we all have nice cars. Like, how many times have you been cruising around? You just see a
Vladimir,
parked car at like side of the
Vladimir D
road.
Impounder,
Yup. Call me up.
it's
I'll scoop it up.
and
it's
then you,
not all that. It's not all that. Trust me. Like you get bored of it so quickly. Like it's like cool. We're cleaning the streets. Yeah, this is awesome. By like the ninth shift, you're just like, I fucking hate my life. I don't
yeah,
want
Bro,
to do
your
this.
boy still sometimes just clocks on RS trucks sometimes. I'm
You?
I'm down for the monotony. Yeah,
you're a
like if
psychopath, dude. I don't
like
understand you. I never
two
have.
thirty, 2:30 in the morning, city's looking kind of dusty and dead, and throw on the D Reyes podcast, throw on some music, throw on whatever you're gonna throw on, just get to trucking, just you and the road out there.
Dude,
Nice serene
I can't even
experience.
tell you the last time I clocked into like a delivery job. I mean, it had to have been like the weekend before I got my job at Lawyer. Months and months and
It's
months ago.
It's a nice throwback, man. It reminds you of your roots, and it really is kind of calming. Like when, because I mean, I'm not out there trying to do it for the money, so I'm not cruising around 95 miles an hour like I used to, just whipping the trailer through everywhere. I'm
Right.
just, I'm out there just enjoying the city.
Dude, I have you've been to the island, right? Cayo Perico or whatever.
Yeah, I went over there. The day they let us start flying over, I head over, and I don't think they had really much set up over there, so it's just me and a bunch of dudes running around trying to figure it out. But yeah, I mean it's a gorgeous location, and I'm looking forward to taking a boat down there sometime soon.
Yeah, I didn't know you could go there by boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
the other
that's
day.
it's
It was
we're
nice.
we're giving away a not so well kept secret here on the D.R.E experience, but yeah, it is a beautiful little trip on a boat.
They got some serious shit going on that island, dude.
Yeah,
You
the
heard,
general.
Yeah.
have you heard about that shit,
Yeah,
Vic?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? Listen, listen. Let me tell you something. I don't. General's probably gonna fucking hunt me down and kill me after this, but I'm gonna tell everybody what I saw. All right, I'm a survivor of Cayo Perico, and this motherfucker had like jets and shit. I think
Yeah.
so. I was out there shooting some stuff for Weasel, and I think they like shot missiles at us.
yeah.
No, it
I
was
actually
a
rolled
whole
up on
thing.
the
I'm not even joking. Like it was
yeah.
a whole thing. Somebody was getting taken hostage, and we heard about it. And LSPD was having issues with like red tape or something on trying to get there and like what they were able to do. And so we were just kind of on this island with this like mafia family, and we saw them. They saw us so many times. It's a wonder that we didn't get shot. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good thing that we
I
got
mean,
out of there.
they had to have known that, like you didn't look like PD at that point. I think you're out there with Fred, right? So they see that.
Yeah, I
You
was out
see
there with
Fred in his
Fred
bright red jacket, and
and
you're like, okay.
Egg Baker, and I think Chiv was there. Um, but yeah, no, it was. Well, no, they definitely shot warning shots at us, like across our bow at
Oh
one
yeah.
point, and then at
I mean,
another point.
I think that's what happened to PD because I rolled up when you guys were over there, and I was just kind of trying to text you and give you information, for the news story. I was over at PD docks, and there's a ton of officers over there, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh well, we're pulling off, like we head over there, and I'm like, yeah, my boys, I think they got shot at by like a missile, and he's like, oh yeah, that's an F-16 fighter jet, by the way,
Yeah, dude, we saw that shit.
and
They just had it sitting
so yeah,
there.
they've got a fighter jet, dudes with like light machine guns and paramilitary
What
gear
is
and
it?
stuff like that.
What
So
kind of
PD pretty much
mindset?
rolled up and then left.
What kind of mindset does it take to just take an island over like that?
Are they guarding like the whole island, or are they just guarding
I
like
mean,
one
it's not
specific
it's not the
area?
whole
It's
island,
like the big
but
compound,
they could
like
if they
essentially
wanted
that
to.
they're.
I mean, like they've got
Oh
multiple
yeah,
cargo bobs. They have at least a F-16. I mean, they've got
at least
class
one.
threes out the ass, like LMGs with suppressors on them, bulletproof vests,
Extended
helmets.
mags,
I mean, they're
vests.
like,
Yeah,
I mean, they've got
it's a
good as it's
military.
gonna
It's
get.
a
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
militia.
militia.
You
Yeah,
know.
it's a militia exactly. And so, yeah, I mean, they're not taking over the whole island, but I'm sure they could if they wanted to. We saw a group of people actually on. I don't really know any of the names of the places on that island, but there's a beach area with like some chairs and a bar. Really nice party event probably, and we met some people and we told them like, hey, this is why we're here, and you guys should be safe. And then we found all six of them shot in a compound later. All of them. We were
Jesus
like,
Christ.
we told you.
I don't. I mean, I don't know if you heard. So the individual that they had taken hostage that triggered that police response
Yeah.
that you guys were there for it was a member of the EMS, and
Oh yeah,
from
we
what
saw
I've
her.
heard, officers weren't actually able to negotiate her exchange, so she's still there right
Yeah,
now.
no, they said that she was going to be there for up to 2 weeks. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
God.
2 weeks.
So
From a
we're
very
all
reliable
hoping for her
source.
safe return. But yeah, and I mean I don't know. Stay tuned to
Yeah,
Weasel
hey,
for
listen,
sure
if
for
they're
further
letting you
updates
watch the
on
D.
that.
Reyes podcast while you're being held hostage, we're here and we know you're gone and we're thinking about you. So hopefully,
Why
hopefully
do
the
they
generals.
still have her?
I think that there was just demands that couldn't be met, and they're not. I don't know if PD tried to call the bluff and failed or what, but they still have her. I just know that
Yeah, show of strength
they
or
stood
whatever it
PD
may
down.
be.
And then therefore PD was never able to get the hostage. So I'm not really sure what's what the case is going to be or how it's going to go down. I mean, it sounds to me like LSPD has some demands to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, and I mean, I don't know, how realistic. I mean, for a man that's got everything, right? He's got F-16s. What can PD offer this man? That's what I think we're all wondering is, what does he want to get that individual safely
Dude, at
released
that point,
back?
I feel like it's a madness. I mean, what are you
Oh,
after?
yeah.
I mean, you've got like a villa on the side of a hill on an island, and you've got nobody lives there. I mean, you've got military vehicles, jets, helicopters, guns out the ass, bulletproof stuff. I mean, at that point, you're just driving the madness. You're not out there for money. Money isn't an issue, I don't
Exactly.
feel like.
And I mean, at what point, do the officers, while risking their lives, add to the madness, right?
Do we
And
know?
at what
Do we
point
know the name of the
is it
medic that
safer
was
to just pull off?
kidnapped?
I unfortunately don't, and I'm not sure if even that's something I'd be comfortable, publicizing, just due to the
Maybe there
sanity
was
of her
like a.
family.
Yeah, you're right. I was probably I was about to say something pretty spicy. I'm glad I pulled off on that.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tragic situation. But as we saw, the government, allowing us to extend our passports over to Cayo Perico, we've seen, some other stuff pop up in town too. We've seen, Burger Shot and Chihuahua Dog are popping up, and I've never seen a feud between two fast food restaurants get so intense.
No,
I'll tell you
there's
what.
they're like actually at each other's throats, I think.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, I'm talking full blown shootouts.
I mean, I like going into
Like-
Burger Shot, and then they're just all dripping the Burger Shot jersey. There's like 9 of them deep
Oh, yeah.
in there in the back with their Burger Shot jerseys, and then you get the one guy in the suit with the burger mask.
Yeah, Mayor McCheese, right?
I guess. I don't know. Fucking. I could never. I don't think I could ever work at one of those places because I feel like they're kind of a little disgusting. I would definitely eat there, which
Yeah.
probably doesn't make much sense, but I wouldn't work there.
Yeah,
So which
well,
one would you prefer, Chihuahua Dog or Burger Shot?
Careful, man.
Yeah, yeah. Careful.
Careful.
I mean, really, it's just like, what do you like more, hot dogs or hamburgers? There's zero variety at either of these places. I mean, like,
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 different.
there's
value
there's
menus, but they're all the same
variety,
thing.
but it's like, do you want a super hot dog? Do you want a hot dog with everything on it? Do you just want a hot dog? Like, there's just different versions of hot dogs. It's the same thing as a Burger Shot. It's like, we've got a cheeseburger, a hamburger, a quarter-pound burger, a double burger, a bacon burger.
Yep. Yeah, definitely like to see like more delicatessen.
I mean, I'm definitely a
stuff.
burger guy over a hot dog guy. So,
I mean, I'm a Chihuahua guy here. I don't get into the feud or anything like that, but dude, nothing beats a good hot dog, man. Especially right there in Legion Square, man. You got the city surrounding you. I'm
yeah,
a
but
Chihuahua fan.
I don't know, man. I think Burger Shot, even though I would, I don't know, why not go to like Drusilla's or something, somewhere nice, get some like real
Yeah.
food.
I mean, I'd love to see Drusilla's and what's the other one, Salieri's, pick up a little bit more in what they offer to the public. Menu-wise and
Have you
stuff like
been
that.
there since their I mean, they have a full ass menu.
I
At
stopped by,
Drusilla's,
but
at
it's a
least.
lot of this. Do they have like spaghetti and stuff like that? Because when I looked, I thought it was just like normal stuff that you could get at the
I
supermarket.
mean, they have like pizza and they have a lot of
Oh, okay.
alcohols. I know that at Drusilla's.
What?
Yeah, I
was
don't
that?
doubt that. Must
They
have
have
missed
a
it.
lot.
Yeah, it's just a fuck ton of wine and like whiskey and gin and scotch, and they have all kinds of like better like top
What
shelf.
about
type
you, Vic?
stuff.
Where are we gonna find you eating in town?
You're not gonna find me eating.
Yeah,
This is probably like day 4 of not eating.
Okay,
By
so
the
super
way.
faster.
I mean, so
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point, you're past the
Yeah.
discomfort. I feel like
Yeah,
day 4.
it's just.
I'm fucking
gotta
I
be
get
in
fat.
hungry too
stasis at
quick.
that
I get
point.
hungry too quick, and it's just like I'm just blowing money on just food.
That is a
Yeah.
thing. It's like, anybody else think it's pretty weird that 3 cheeseburgers is $60? Am I the only one that thinks that might be?
I mean, I think it's weird that I can
$6
house
each.
3 cheeseburgers and still like, get hungry in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and like down like 4 water bottles, and you're like thirsty again in 10 minutes. It's like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, definitely. Hopefully our metabolisms, start to adapt
You know, it's kind of
to all
bullshit how
this
much
new
we eat
food
and
coming in the
drink, and
city.
we're all like 5'5".
Yeah,
I mean, Vic over here, she's a solid 5'9". You and I, we us
Yeah, those
short kings over here.
fucking stilettos that she probably has on. I mean, I don't know. I'm about to just start wearing heels. Honestly, it's the only way to be tall around
Oh,
here. I'm
please.
fucking sick of being
Male
short.
heels, please, please
You
bring
know,
them in. I'll wear them.
I mean, platform shoes are pretty close to that. I don't think male heels are ever going to be a thing. I
I don't know,
mean,
man. If we start the trend, I feel like people will follow.
I need like a high top heel. I need ankle support. I'm not busting my fucking
Yeah,
ankles in those things.
I mean, you've seen like the high heel boots, right? Like they kind of look like Tim's, but they're high heel. Those are
Yeah,
pretty, unisex, I would think.
I just got to make sure I'm not tipping over, man. Like, I see ladies wear like heels that are like, heels with like the little, what do you even call that? The fucking thing, the heel,
Yeah,
the
well, like the
like
the wedge.
stiletto part is
yeah.
like the really skinny heel part.
Well, the stilettos is just a type of heel, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
it's
like
the
the
one with like the
style.
skinny back.
Is that the style?
Kind of. Yeah, like a stiletto style heel is typically like a high back with like
Right.
with a very skinny, rear platform,
I just
and then like typically a
blisters
closed or
and
open
ankle
toe.
sprains, probably like shin splits and stuff. Doesn't sound healthy to walk around in those. It
I mean,
sounds
I
like
don't know. It probably tones you up,
Yeah.
probably bad for your back or something, right? You're like jamming your like muscles and shit. I don't know. I wear
Well, it'd
I
be kind of like, I mean, just like walk around on your tiptoes for the day and see if you can do it,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Who cares? Fuck heels. I'm never gonna wear heels. I guess.
Short
I mean,
king
I'm a
forever.
guy. Have you honestly worn heels before and tried walking around, Vlad, in your adult life?
Yeah.
Okay. I really wasn't prepared for you to say yes to that.
Yeah, me neither.
I
Okay.
mean, like I'm not going out to like the mall in them, but like you're partying with your friends and stuff like that, and just so
No.
happens that there's a female there with the same size shoe as you are, and you guys are all partying, and thought it'd be fucking hilarious to see me run around in a 5-inch heel when I'm already 6'5", so yeah,
Yo,
it's a ton of fun.
who are these ladies you're meeting with the same size foot as you?
Right?
Hey yo, don't worry about it. I got small feet, dog.
That's crazy,
I got
man.
small feet.
I think I think that heels should just be like gone away with, honestly. I'm not a big fan of heels. Like I don't think when like if I see like a sexy or like a beautiful woman, she's got like a really nice outfit, like a dress or whatever the case may be. I feel like there's almost like I feel like you could take heels entirely out of the equation. I would be okay with it.
I
Why? Why?
feel the complete opposite.
They're just who cares, They just make you taller than me, I know that's probably like a negative way to look at it. Unless you're shorter than me, you can wear heels all the time. Like if you're way shorter than me,
Okay,
I'm like
so for you
6'1",
it's
so
like just like the attraction of a female
yeah,
that's
just
your
don't.
height
How about
or
this?
smaller.
Don't ever be taller than me. If you can do that one thing, you're doing pretty
That's
good.
fair.
I don't
Because I was about
ever
to say, I'm
want
like
you
the
to look down
actual
at me.
heels themselves, like heels make literally any outfit or lack thereof better.
I mean, I
Like,
just feel like I can get the same satisfaction out of someone wearing like flats or like slip-ons or whatever. Like it's whatever, dude. Like what I really like that women wear with dresses sometimes is like the Jesus sandals. What do you call those?
Uh,
Birkenstocks, bro?
No,
Are you
not
talking? You think?
Birkenstocks. No, not Birkenstocks. I'm talking about like gladiator sandals where they like cross
Oh
yeah.
their
yeah,
feet and kind of go up
like
their ankles a little
2013.
bit.
Like yeah,
That
yep.
wasn't 2013. I mean,
Oh
like,
yeah, it was
no
It
shot.
2013,
was.
I
It
think
was.
2014.
It was.
I'm not talking about like a big, huge ankle piece. Like they zip up like sandals or whatever. Like zip up like, fuck you guys.
I
I
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
trying. I
about.
know
No, I
what
know
I'm
what you're
saying.
talking
Okay.
about, but they're probably just not as extra as the 2013 ones, where everyone would get them like halfway up their knee. But
No, I
yeah,
definitely don't. I mean, just something slight on the ankle. It doesn't have to go all the way up your leg. That shit's
really.
weird. You know those people that wear like the Chuck Taylors that it goes all the way up to their knees?
Yeah.
Emo kids?
Yeah, what scene is that? Is that like emo?
That's definitely emo, and like a
Yeah.
little bit of scene, like I guess back in the day, but that's mostly emo.
Whose fucking idea was that? Like,
I bet
who was
you
like, you
one.
know what would
Okay,
make
so one
some
emo
fucking
kid.
Chucks edgy if I wore these bitches in my knees? Like, could you imagine the first
guarantee
emo
you.
kid just cut the fucking tops off of like 15 pairs of Chucks,
Just stacked them
just
all the
sewed
way
them
up.
up? Yeah, it had
I
to. Dude,
bet
there
you
was a
like what
prototype
happened
somewhere.
is like some emo kid, cause like everybody knows emo kids are just like trying to cop goth style, right? But
No,
some
well,
emo
easy,
kid looked
dude.
at a
You're
goth.
fucking. Could seriously actually be offending emo people here.
Oh, I'll throw
So,
hands. I'll throw hands
it's a
as a
lifestyle
holder
from
of
them,
the
man.
goth
Respect
card.
that.
Yeah, no, I respect it, but as a holder of the goth card, y'all are copping our style. But
Wait,
they
don't
saw
emo
some
kids and goth
goth kid with
kids
those
hate each other
crazy
though?
leather. Yeah, yeah, bro. Cause like
It's
you
like
know
the
what,
beef.
like the.
It's like the
I
family's
mean,
beef.
straight up, like, I mean, the old joke is, you know, goth kids want to kill themselves, emo kids want to make you kill yourself. It's just, you know,
Jesus.
it's
That's
you know, it's the old adage. So, but yeah, no, I'm sure one scene kid saw some goth kid in his like crazy big platform docks that weigh like 45 pounds, bought them shits, and he's like, nah, these heavy. I ain't doing this shit, and then just did the Converse
Dude, I
instead.
used to know this kid who was like super goth way back in the day when I was in high school, and he used to wear the pants with like the chains and shit hanging off of him,
Oh yeah.
and it was like scary because he just took up so much space because of his clothes. Like he was intimidating because of the space he took up. Not even that big of a dude.
The man had like a
Um,
48 inseam. Like,
yeah, like he wore like giant like ICP shirts and like the parachute pants with like the 60
did he
D
have like
rings on them.
actual Jinkos?
Yeah, he had like Jinkos. I mean, this wasn't that far back, but
Yeah.
and then he wore like the super fat, super inflated like DCs or like etnies, you know, like people were wearing back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they were never tied,
Yeah,
always
so
tucked,
I
right?
always thought that kid was a weirdo, and he got fucking so. Cops got called to his house one night for some reason, and he answered the door with a shotgun, and they blew his shit
Yo.
apart. Yeah.
Yo.
No shot,
Yeah.
dude.
Yo, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Rip.
know. I don't think that has anything to do with his image, but it just kind of reminded me of that kid.
Yeah,
I think about him
I don't know if
sometimes
that's
because
specifically a goth thing, but yeah, that's tragic.
it's just I don't think so either. But I don't know. That's like I feel like that's the only person I know that just kind of got their shit fucked up. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I've known a lot of people who got locked up, but I don't know anybody who's gotten blown away.
Well, this was also the
I
type
like
of kid that was like, look at this tattoo I gave myself when I was 12 with like a plastic spoon.
Oh my
Like he was
God,
like he was
Jesus.
like you're going to prison.
Yo, I was also
know?
kind of that kid, though.
I mean,
I was not at 12, but
this
I
guy
was
had like
definitely
So
a wily
so
little kid.
you gave yourself a tattoo with a plastic spoon?
Paperclip.
this kid did a plastic spoon and a ballpoint pen or some shit like that, and he was like 13 with like what is it, what are the Catholics call those, the beads, the rosary beads, or the, is that what
Yeah.
they're called?
Yeah,
He
rosary
had like
beads, yeah.
all down his, he's like 13, like rosary beads going all the way down his arm with like a giant crucifix.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. A
This guy looks
Christian
like
goth.
he's
What a
already
weird
fucking played college football for 2 years.
breed.
He, well,
Oh,
and
man,
I
he's-
said he
he's already
wasn't
got
that
the
big, but
bad
he was like
CFL.
6'3", probably like 215 in like 8th or 9th grade.
Dang.
Because all that shit happened to him our freshman year. It was like our summer going into the freshman year.
Yeah.
And I remember
Oh,
going
so he was.
to...
So the cop thing happened. You were saying the cop thing happened freshman year? Like he was still
It
like a
happened
kid?
going into freshman year. Yeah, no, it happened going into freshman
Dang,
year. Yeah,
oh,
that's why it's so crazy.
damn.
Yeah, so I remember because he played football. He was a tight end. And we that week, school was getting ready to start back up. We went to go get our pads. We were getting ready to start two-a-days, like our two-a-day practices. And
Yeah.
then, like,
Where's homie?
yeah, they told us a football practice. Like, they wouldn't let us go through a whole practice. And they were like, we didn't want to really tell you. But, and the crazy thing is that the kid lived, like, right down the road from our school. So when it
Nice.
happened, it really wasn't even that far from the school. But I don't know, like, how long. I really don't know the whole story. I just know the guy got fucking opened the door with a shotgun, and like I don't know if he pointed it at them or what, but there was like 5 cops, and they all shot.
He must have. He must have
So,
pointed at him.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, I mean, the man. I mean, the kid, he's 13 years old, right, going into freshman year, something like that. But I mean, at 6'2", you know,
Oh,
going into freshman
he
year being 6'2", 6'3"
yeah.
myself, you look like a man. You know, like
Listeners,
they
listen. I'm
can't tell the
sorry, my
difference.
allergies are fucking the worst today. It's so bad. I've been up like I don't even know how long. Vlad and I have been up for like
Almost
fucking 30 something
40
hours. I don't
hours.
know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's been a long time.
No, they're fucking crazy.
Got to fix the sleep schedule.
Yeah.
I feel that, but like,
Listen, so my
still.
sleep schedule was like this was my sleep schedule for like the last week and a half. It's the most, mind you. I've always been someone who like wakes up when the sun comes up, and I don't go to sleep when the sun goes down. But like, I'm up till like 9 or 10 o'clock. My sleep schedule like the past week and a half has been, I wake up at 5:30 p.m. That's when my day. That's like that's like the closest thing to the start of the day that I get.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm up until midnight around this time. And then I go to sleep until about 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I'll wake up again at like 5, and then I'll be up until like 9 or 10 in the morning, and I'll fall back asleep again, and then I hit that 5:30 loop. So my day's like split in half, and none of it makes sense. It feels like it's
Bro,
like
your rhythm
6
is
o'clock in the
all
morning.
fucked up.
It feels like it's like 6 in the morning for me right now.
I know that sleep schedule all too well. Fucking me and Hazy are on it for like the longest fucking time.
I can't imagine being on it any longer than I have been. Like, unless I'm just totally okay with living, throughout the night, which is terrible because I just feel like I can't get anything done. But whatever. Anyway,
Bro, I was over here thinking I was bad. Like, I mean, because when you said, like, oh, I'm staying up, let's, like, reset the sleep schedule, I'm like, bet, mine's fucked up, too. Like, I woke up at 12:30 this morning. I'm disappointed in myself. I did not know yours was that fucked up because of
yeah.
that's...
No, my sleep schedule has been fucked. And you know something? It's midnight right now. I probably will just fuck it up again. I probably won't be asleep for like another
Yeah.
5 or 6 hours.
Yeah. I was literally, I'm like, we're gonna be, yeah.
My body
doing it all over
my
again.
body is more prone to just staying up for like 48 hours straight than it is to just going to sleep on like, at a certain fucking time right now.
Same.
It's crazy, man. It pisses me off. I don't know. You know what else pisses me off? People who don't cover their fucking mouth whenever they're coughing. Have you noticed nobody in this city covers their mouth?
Yep.
Ever.
And I think you just did it, too.
Yeah,
right?
I do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all guilty. I mean, Grandpa, oh my god.
That guy always has shit flying out of his mouth.
Bro, it's always phlegmy, right?
Yeah, you
And
know the shit
he
that gets on
never
old
covers
people's
it.
lips when they're like talking a lot? Yeah.
Yeah, if you stand too close to him, you feel a speckle on your face. And I love you, Grandpa, I really do.
And your breath
But,
smells like shit.
Well,
But
I mean,
I
lay
love
off,
you, Grandpa, but your breath smells like
lay
shit.
lay off the
It's
fucking
just-
lay off the Fig Newtons. And fucking
I can't.
Wait, would
Oh,
Fig Newtons
bro.
make your breath smell?
bad? Probably. When you're like 80, I would imagine.
I mean, when they get stuck up behind your dentures, like that's not a good denture food.
What are those
I don't
mint
think.
patties called?
York peppermint
Yeah,
patties.
dude. That guy's just full of fucking Fig Newtons and York peppermint patties. He's like 98 years old.
But wouldn't the,
It's like a fucking
wouldn't the peppermint patties like counteract?
Yeah, you would
And
think,
cough
but
drop.
they clash. They clash.
No, they don't mix well together at all.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, first of all, those York peppermint pat. I've never liked those.
Why?
They're good refrigerated, bro.
I thought they were an
Yo,
abomination
bro.
as a child.
Have you ever had them like frozen?
No,
Yeah, they're a little rough on the teeth, but goddamn, they're good.
I feel like I just had something against like mint, like it was like not health. It was like healthy or something. I don't know.
It doesn't
When I was
feel like an edible candy for sure, like when you're a kid, right? Because you have gum, and that's mint, and then they're like,
Yeah.
hey, you can also eat mint, and you're like, wait, hold up, I've been spitting this out my whole
well,
life.
so here's the thing. Anytime they add mint with chocolate, I hate that shit. I hate it. Don't ever add mint with chocolate. Why would you do that?
Mint chocolate
too-
chip ice cream? You don't
I
fuck
like
with
I
it,
mean, they're
dude.
two totally different things. Entirely different things.
I mean, okay, hold up. Do you like chocolate and peanut butter?
Yeah, but like, okay, so chocolate the taste profile for chocolate and peanut butter, they're heavy, dark tastes. Okay, they're the same thing. Well, you're like, I have two candles in my room. One of them is Oktoberfest pumpkin spice, and the other one is clean linen. That's what you're telling me. Like that's what I hear whenever you're like chocolate and mint.
I mean, what about chocolate covered bacon?
No, that's the same thing. I mean, I like chocolate, I like bacon. That doesn't mean I like
So
it together.
good. It's so good. I don't know. Palate differences, man. You know, some of us have, some of us are sophisticated, and some of us don't like chocolate and mint. That's all right.
So you're okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna entertain that. Next topic.
What
Uh,
about what about chocolate and candy canes?
Like together? I've never even.
Yeah,
At the same
it's like-
time, like
Even
you
that
take a
one's a little bit weird for me.
like
'Cause,
you
like,
take a bite of
sometimes
chocolate
there's
and then a bite of candy cane.
well, because sometimes there's like chocolate covered graham crackers, and like during the holiday season they also have like
Oh,
chocolate covered graham crackers with peppermint on them.
yeah, those actually
Well, that might
slap.
be a little
I'm not
different
gonna
just
lie.
because of the graham cracker. It kind of gives it a different, like a different consistency.
Yeah,
I don't know,
'cause
man.
I
It's
mean, you
just
get
like
kind of like a bark.
when I eat chocolate, I don't expect that kind of feel, that taste,
Mhm.
because I feel like mint. You can feel it like ice up your mouth. And like
Yeah.
Yeah,
your
that's the
throat,
beautiful
your
part of
tongue.
it. That's why they're
I
so
don't-
good refrigerated.
I don't want that chocolate. I don't want that with chocolate. I'd just get like a fucking lifesaver mint or something if I wanted that. I just feel like they just took two things that were existing fine by themselves and just forced them together.
What
And
about
so,
Girl Scout cookies?
I mean, well, which
Like
one?
Thin Mint.
Like
Oh,
like
fucking
shortbread?
Thin
No, Thin
Mints,
Mints.
bro.
Thin
The
Mints.
Thin
No.
Mints.
No,
No?
it's chocolate and mint, isn't
Oh
it?
my
Right?
God. Yeah, it
What's the
is. It's
difference
so
between
good,
that and a
though.
peppermint patty? The York peppermint patty.
Consistency. Like, well,
Yeah.
here's the thing with a Thin Mint. Like, the mint is way less intense on a Thin Mint
Yeah.
than it is a York peppermint patty. Like, you just get a little bit of mint with like that nice dark chocolate, crisp cookie. Throw it in the refrigerator.
Like
Nice little cooling effect.
when you get like at the restaurants when you get like the little peppermints.
Hmm.
If you hand me a fucking chocolate peppermint, I'm infuriated with you.
Don't go to Olive Garden then.
No Andes, yeah. No Andes chocolate mint.
Yeah.
Same thing. If he goes, hey, listen up, all you hoteliers out there. If D. Reyes shows up to your 5-star hotel and there's a chocolate mint on his pillow, he's gonna throw a fucking shit fit. You're gonna hear it on Yelp. So just be prepared for when D. Reyes comes to town.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't respect chocolate and mint, dude. I don't think I need to say anymore.
I don't respect it. It doesn't deserve
Chocolate and
my
peanut butter.
respect or
Chocolate and peanut butter
admiration.
is eons better than chocolate and mint. As a matter of fact,
If I had to choose one of the two, I would definitely choose peanut butter and chocolate.
well, peanut butter first of all is so good alone. Like, I don't know what it is about peanut butter. To be honest with you, I don't even know what peanut butter is. Really,
Fucking
like if you think
smashed
about
up
it.
peanuts, bro.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah,
literally.
but like,
smashed
what
with
are,
peanuts.
what are they mixing it with to just like a fuck ton of flour?
Nothing. No,
Nothing.
like
It's-
no, like
sugar?
the oil, like everything starts to separate itself out. Like they add stuff to it, right, for it to be like shelf stable. But in its purest form, you can literally take a bunch of peanuts and a mortar and pestle and mash the fuck out of that shit and get peanut butter at the end.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Add a
why
little bit
this-
of honey to it, and boom, you're good to go. Like, oh shit.
I don't understand why this is so hard for me to understand. So, like, peanut butters are hard inside, bro. I mean, peanuts are
Well,
hard
it has
inside.
all that oil. Like,
Yeah,
you know
but-
when you like
Dude,
take
yeah,
a
but you
peanut-
need a
like
lot of peanuts to make like a bowl of peanut butter, then, right?
Yeah,
Like a lot.
like
Yeah.
4x the volume, probably easy.
Yeah.
But like if you grind it up and mash it up enough, it'll just be
Yeah.
butter.
You'll even have extra moisture. Like when you get natural peanut butters, there's like a oil suspension at the top. You gotta like
well,
mix
because
it
like
back
I
up and
think if
stuff
you
like
take
that.
a pestle and a mortar to a bunch of peanuts, I think you end up with a dust.
No, the
if you-
oil works in, man.
Yeah.
They're so oily. Like that's why peanut oil is a big cooking oil too. It's there's a lot of oil in peanuts. Like if you take a peanut out of the shell and like really like squish it with your fingers, you'll get that oil on your fingers.
Damn. That sounds desperate for a nut.
I'm out here milking nuts, man. I'm just milking mad nuts.
I don't know. Peanuts are pretty good for you, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
high
think
protein.
I think when I was young I had a peanut allergy because I just don't ever remember eating them, and I knew I had a lot of allergies growing up. I still do, but
Bro, so I have the weirdest peanut allergy actually. I can't eat peanuts, can't eat cashews, like most nuts. I can eat almonds, and I can eat like a straight up payday bar, right? Which is literally for those who don't have payday bars where you're at. It's literally just peanuts and caramel.
isn't
It's
it
a
just like
bunch
a
of
Babe
peanuts and
Ruth,
caramel,
basically?
but with
Mm.
no chocolate on the outside
Yeah.
essentially.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can eat that fine. I can eat peanut butter fine. Everything else fine. But if I eat like just straight up peanuts, like at a bar or whatever, I'm gonna be sick to my
see,
stomach.
I
I get
can do
stomach
that
ache.
fine, but almonds fucks me up.
Hmm.
I can't do
Tree
almonds.
nuts,
Makes my
maybe.
throat itch. I gotta
So
take
Can you do like
speaking,
medicine.
chestnuts and stuff like that, like all the weird ones?
I have no idea. I just know like you try to give me like an almond cookie or like a Hershey's bar with almond in it or something, it's gonna be a bad time.
Bet. Good to know.
what about almond milk?
I mean that's just fucking gross anyway. Almond
I
milk.
mean,
Which
I mean it's
how
just
do you
as
milk an almond in the first place?
You just gotta squeeze it in your hands, and that fucking oil will just come off on your fingers.
this.
It just comes out milk, like
Well, that's what I thought
Yeah, I
with peanut
mean,
butter. I'm like, dude, you're telling me that if this old dusty ass peanut, if I crush enough of these together, I'm gonna get a paste.
yeah.
yeah.
I guess it's the same thing with almond milk.
I mean,
I think with
it
almond milk,
Is
they
it like a
literally
coconut?
press
it would
them.
be no, it'd be almond butter, but like almond milk.
Oh yeah, that's
How do you
right. It would
milk
just
an
be.
almond? Is it
I
like a
think they
Do you
legit just press
pasteurize
them.
milk to make butter, or do you pasteurize butter to make milk, or do you take milk and then
Milk to make
pasteurize it
butter.
to make it drinkable milk? What is
You need to.
pasteurization?
Pasteurization is like the heating, like they heat it up to a point to where like bacteria can't live, and then gradually cool it back down,
What is
to where it doesn't like affect the milk.
what's the boiling point of milk? I feel
Probably
like
the same as water, right?
I think it's lower than water.
what would you would you ever boil milk for like a dish?
No, you're not supposed to boil milk.
Yeah,
That's
no.
like a, that's
When you
like a
boil
big
it, it
no-no.
burns.
What is it?
Yeah.
Does it spoil or, like really fast or
Yeah,
what?
it gets well. It literally like sours. Like
Yeah.
it tastes like it's gone bad, but it's
Yeah.
not actually gonna hurt you.
And it gets like grainy too.
Yeah. Okay,
That's-
so the boiling point of milk is 0.5 degrees C higher than water.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
shit, that's actually crazy.
100.5 C. Yeah. So I'm sure like maybe the lactose, like
setting
the
it off
actual
a little
like
bit?
protein. Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
But yeah, I mean
I,
like there's definitely a lot that you heat milk for, but
well, yeah, like
yeah, I mean
kids.
yeah, that and like well like I mean shit, hot chocolate comes to mind, but like there's like if you're making like a really rich chocolate sauce, you'll take like heavy whipping cream
Yeah, but
and, like,
these
get
days, dude, with hot
almost
chocolate,
boiling.
you just get like a bag of dust and fill a cup up with water, and then it's like you have hot chocolate.
Oh, you gotta love yourself more than that, D.R.E.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
no, listen, sir.
don't- you
no,
don't
no,
warm up
sir.
milk,
No,
or-
sir. I was raised in a family with warm milk and Nesquik. Okay, I was raised relatively properly. Or what's the other one that everybody has? It's like the mountain. It's like
A Swiss Miss or whatever
Swiss.
it is.
Yeah,
it's-
Swiss. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I grew up. My
that's the good
parents loved
stuff.
me. You know, we weren't out here. You know, I was heating up the milk.
You ever have Abuelita? Like
Abulita.
yeah, Abuelita or whatever
Yeah.
the Mexican hot chocolate stuff.
Yeah,
That shit.
Abulita. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a banger right there. Banger and a
It's
half.
just grandma's hot chocolate, man.
Yup.
What's
I
that?
love
What's
it.
that Mexican drink where it has like the apple stick in it? It's hot and it tastes like apple cinnamon. No, it has a cinnamon stick in it. Sorry.
I have no idea. That shit sounds.
I'm not sure about hot.
That sounds
It's
like
hot.
sounds like a Mexican thing.
Yeah, it
it's
does.
like an apple cinnamon
Yeah,
type drink.
because in Puerto
Huh.
Rico we have coquito, and that's like a mix of just like rum and it's almost like a Latin eggnog sort of.
Oh, you're thinking of ponche.
No,
Yeah,
this is coquito.
No. No, what she's thinking of is ponche.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
Yeah,
shit.
it's got like
I've heard of ponche
orange
before.
and like pear and apple and guava and like all this good stuff. Like sometimes hibiscus and stuff like that. It's like a Christmas time drink, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo, Hispanics do it up, man. It's fucking crazy. When I go hang out with my family, like in Puerto Rico, it's like you wake up in the morning, grandma makes breakfast, and then like somebody's like fiddling around on the stove around like 10 or 11. So you're like eating something. And then like 1, 2 o'clock lunch comes, grandma cooked it. Again, 4 or 5 o'clock, somebody's fiddling around on the stove. They made like a stew or like some appetizers. Meanwhile, the drinks are active. You are drinking this entire time. And then you have dinner late at night, and then they want to eat again before they go to bed. So like you eat like 5 or 6 times a day
Oh my god.
in a Puerto Rican,
Sounds
especially
like
like during like
heaven.
festivities. Dude, it's so great until like the 3rd or 4th day, and you're just drunk and just so full of food, and it's shitty.
Oh man, I could live that life.
I don't know if
Honestly.
I could do it. I could probably do the drinking part, but I couldn't do the eating part. I barely eat
I mean, I
twice
could
a
eat
Oh
day.
3
yeah,
times a day.
miss me on the drinks. Like, hey, let me smoke up or whatever. But I'd eat that much all day, like every day.
I mean, I wake up to like, a couple pieces of bread, some bacon and eggs, cool, and then like lunch, could be whatever, big fat dinner. That's cool. 3 times a day, that's plenty. But they just constantly eat, and the thing is, and I don't know if this is just like a Hispanic thing or if this is because, my mom's white and I grew up with her. I had a lot of white friends and I went to their house and I never really noticed it an issue. But especially with like my dad or my grandmother or my uncles, any of those, like if you don't clean your fucking plate, it's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you're like on your 3rd meal of the day and it's fucking like 11:50 in the morning and you're like, fuck, they're gonna think I'm disrespecting them if I don't finish this plate.
Mm-hmm.
So that used to be a big thing for Americans, like when my parents were growing up and stuff, and like depending on like how well off you grew up and shit, but like when my parents were growing up, they get their ass beat if they left anything on their plate. Period. You eat everything on
Well,
there.
my mom always
They
talked
cooked it,
about
you eat
like
it.
when I was a kid, if I didn't want what my grandmother if my mom didn't want what my grandmother was cooking, she didn't eat. My grandmother didn't
Yeah.
make her eat it, but she just didn't get to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
And my mom would tell
And
us
like,
that when we were younger too. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna cook, and if you don't want it, then don't eat."
yeah, no, and I mean, my mom, like, I guess she like spited the fact that she grew up like that too, to where it's just like you go hungry. She at least gave us the option, like, you can make yourself a peanut butter sandwich. Like, if you don't want to eat what I made, like, you'll eat, but you're gonna make your own little peanut butter sandwich, and that's what you get for dinner tonight. Like,
Dude, I
congratulations,
can
you
tell
played
you,
yourself.
you know, I would give anything to go back to my mom's home cooking every night, man. And I could get lost in that fucking dark hole of a conversation of
Oh yeah.
not having responsibilities and thinking the world's out to get you. So silly. How naive. How fucking naive. I had the
I mean, even
audacity
as
to
an
be so
adult.
naive as a child. Dude, constantly you're like learning shit as an adult. I
Yeah,
have learned that
and I mean,
almost every depression medication ever has a side effect of depression and anxiety.
yeah, that's why you get another one. You stack them up, dude. One fights the other.
No, I'm serious. Have you guys noticed this shit?
Well,
Like,
it's like the or may increase thoughts of suicide for depression medication, where it's like, well,
it's like this is an erection medication. Please contact your doctor if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. Like Jesus fucking
I feel like
Christ,
that's a win.
I thought
a
that's what we were
dub,
trying
right?
to
Like,
fix.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, and we've had this conversation, Vlad. And it's like, this is fucking Neurolite, the all new antidepressant medication. Side effects may include a fucking bloody nose, hemorrhaging eyeballs, depression, anxiety. You may pee blood. You're gonna have extra
Your
bills at
toenails
the
may
end of the
find
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I don't know why they can't just
side
make
effects
like
are
a
side effects are more bills.
yeah.
Your
I
hat
don't
may not fit right.
Yeah,
I don't know why they can't just make like a medicine that actually does something without having like a counter effect.
well, I think what
I
it is
feel
like a
like-
lot of those medications do things, but you have like the FDA and stuff who they're
Yeah.
just like constantly trying to cover their own ass.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
that's a really weird thing about being where we are, is we have medicines advertised to us.
Oh,
Like, that's
so
that's kind of
weird,
unique
right?
for our background. Like, there's a lot of people who don't have the same background as this, that sounds completely ridiculous to them. It sounds even completely ridiculous to me, but like with those two lines dissecting, where the FDA dissects with the FTC, and like trade regulations on how you can advertise shit, they got to tell you like literally everything. Like, oh, one lab rat was slightly more depressed in our first clinical trial, so now we have to tell everybody side effects include depression.
Yeah, but that's science, and I can respect that. You know, honestly. But what I can't respect, what I don't know, it's just, it's not even that I don't respect it. It's just crazy how many side effects like medicine can come with.
It's,
Um,
I mean, it's just weird too, because like, I mean, I'm sure we don't have the capability of understanding like what the actual possible side effects are, because they just list everything. It's not
Well, I'm
like
sure a lot of
there's a
it's
10%
like,
chance of this, there's a 2% chance of this, to where like when you talk to your doctor, and like that's why they all say like go talk to your doctor about this
yeah.
now, like try and sell yourself
Well,
on this
because in
med, to where the
reality,
doctor can say, Ayo.
it's probably in reality a lot of times it's probably not a standalone side effect. It just happens because you're taking medicine.
Yeah.
Or taking a specific medicine. It's probably like pre-existing or something, like you're mixing something you shouldn't be, or something like that.
Yeah, or like, I mean, individuals who are predisposed to, you know, bipolar disorder with benzodiazepine use can trigger this, so we have to tell everybody. Kind of deal. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird having drugs sold to us like that, just on TV, and the fact that it's just like, hey, go try and sell your doctor on writing you a prescription for this because the white
Dude,
people on the TV told you to.
You want to know my favorite types of medication commercials? I
What?
love birth control commercials because
Why?
they're just.
What?
That's so oddly
come on.
specific.
Don't make me say it. I mean, come on. There's like girls like they're like dancing on the TV and they're like, "I've got birth control now." Like, come on, we know what they're saying, you know?
I'm out here getting dick down. I ain't worried about shit.
Really? I saw one. I was
I
watching
get no
another
babies.
podcast, and the guys on the podcast were talking about the commercial. And in the commercial, she was like, you know, like it was a song. They had like a little song. They were like, "I've got, you know, Pussy Enchant," or whatever the name of it was. She's like, I can live my life the way I was supposed to now. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
The way you're supposed to.
Yeah, you're dirty.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't know.
like,
They just look so
I
happy.
don't know. There's medical benefits to birth control too, like outside of not having babies.
Well, yeah,
and stuff,
birth
too,
control
so
can
who
like
knows?
counter, you know, other stuff that goes. Dude, I don't know shit about the female body, so this is, huh?
Isn't birth control like a really good counter like thing for
Yeah,
acne?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
like
for hormone imbalances,
hormones,
and
yeah.
especially like there's, you know, females out there who their period is like actually debilitating.
It's like extreme,
like they're
right?
bedridden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To where
And
birth
then-
control really helps those people.
I
You know.
am so thankful that I am not inside of a female body, and my hat goes off to all of the wonderful females out there because, dude, talk about like so much weird stuff happens, dude. I don't know, it's just- I don't. I
yeah,
think
it's a creepy world.
as a man, I can say like at no point have I really necessarily been uncomfortable with my body, and I feel like whether I feel like whether like you know, women have a good reason to be okay with their body or not. First of all, I think you should love yourself, like period, regardless, which is way easier said than done, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I just think that girls just they've got so much more going on in their mind and with their body, and like guys are just like breathing, you know, they just exist.
We're just
Women
out
are-
here spreading,
Just
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
spreading,
just
dude.
man spreading and taking up space and breathing your air.
Yeah, and I feel like women are just held to such a higher standard because of like, you know, commercials and like, you know,
Yeah,
like
we really
fashion
like
clothing lines and
the
just
whole
shit like
societal
that.
standard thing. We fucked that up
Yeah.
bad over time.
It's because
Like-
women see like, obviously I don't know, but like, I feel like women see this, you know, beautiful woman on commercial and they're like,
And
oh, I
they
want to be
wanna
that.
be them. Yeah, but well, there's been times and places where,
there's-
you know, bigger women are way more appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like,
and especially like going like culture to culture for sure. But I mean, I mean, men get it too, especially like with the physical side of things, and like with your own physical image, right? Because like, D, I know you're a pretty well proportioned man, but I grew up a pretty skinny guy,
The
right?
fuck is
So
that
you're seeing
supposed to
dudes on
mean?
commercials.
You talking about my dick,
I
bro?
mean, you played football. You played football, bro. No, 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 no.
You
You
talking
played
about my
football, so you're
dick?
pretty jacked, bro. You know you got 100 pounds on me almost, bro. You pretty jacked dude. I'm skinny as hell, so like until I was like an adult and like could learn like oh yeah, like not everybody just looks like fucking ripped and
Hmm.
cut and stuff like that at
Yeah.
19, 20 years old. So like there's you get it all over, but like with females, I think it just moves so much quicker too. Like
Yeah.
the I mean, dudes are just supposed to look like dudes, and like we had like the dad
Yeah.
bod phase and like man bun phase or whatever and stuff like that. But that's not like a huge deal. Females are out here like getting lip injections off a fad that started like 6 months ago or 2 years ago
Is
or
that
whatever, and like
craziness or
permanently
no?
changing. Oh, it's nuts, because it's like 19, 20-year-old females who
So
are
if you have like
pumping their lips.
you have a female, who she's like I don't know, fucking 35 or 30 or whatever, like she's not like a dumb, naive child, and she wants to get like surgery somewhere on her body. Is that is that a red flag for you? Listen, plastic surgery for me, unless you're reconstructing something that maybe was defected at birth or something you need to fix from an accident, like fake tits and like asses and shit. I could care less.
Yeah.
You won't even get a second glance from me. You could be one of the most attractive women in the world if you have fake boobs. You're
Yeah,
off the
fake-
table.
Yeah, no, fake boobs and fake ass are just total
And
turn
the
off.
Fake ass
lips
is a
and all
weird
that.
one for me. Fake boobs, like I could deal with. Like for me, it's kind of like I'm like one of those dudes where it's like, hey, if you want to go, if you're 19 or 90, if you want to go pump your lips, you want to get a facelift, tummy tuck, Botox, tit job, whatever you want to do, go do it. Cool. Will it disqualify you from being a potential mate? I'm not sure. It's kind of depends on how much you
Oh man, I just
value
can't.
that change. Because like if
I
you just want to do it because you want, like because there's girls out there who are doing it because they're motivated by being enamored by others, and then there's girls who are out there like, hey, I just like my upper lip to be a little bit bigger. I think I'd look better that way. And like that's a humble mindset to have, right? Like I'm not sure. It kind of depends.
I don't know, man. I just think that I think that women just they definitely have it harder than dudes because
A lot harder.
I could go
100%, man.
I could honestly probably go a day without thinking anything, and like everything would be okay
Hmm.
mentally
I was
for
also
me.
just notified that the Brazilian butt lift has the highest mortality rate of all elective cosmetic surgeries.
What?
So
So what
getting a
happens there?
getting a
Do you
butt
bleed to
implant,
death, or do you get
I
infected or
guess
something?
it's probably infection rate, because like with a butt lift they're like getting up in there, and like I'm pretty sure like they inject fat. So
Up
what
into like your
happens is
back
fat
area,
gets
right?
injected into the blood. Yeah, well like they get up in there and they take fat from like your thighs and your tummy and whatever, and then they inject it into your butt. And when they inject it, it gets injected into the bloodstream and it coagulates and it causes a clot. And
Yeah.
then the clot pushes, and then before you know it, they're dead. Like when a clot gets pushed to the brain or to the heart, unless they're at the hospital, it's over. And especially for a lot of these elective surgeries, you know, they're being let go right after. They're okay, you're cool to go. You can't drive. Have someone take you home. Sit in the bed for 12 days. That clot pushes. They have a stroke. They die.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy what what females go through
I
for
know.
whatever motivation they have.
I don't know, man. It's I could never be a girl ever. I would be a homeless whore probably on like black tar heroin or something. Who knows?
I
Where
mean,
are
like
we at
that's
right now?
every dude's like. I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close to the hour here, I think.
What are
But
we at? We got a minute.
I
You
think
got a timestamp?
I don't have a timestamp exactly, but I believe we're at 50, just
That's
around
cool,
there,
man. Just
45ish.
checking in. Wrap it up here soon.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's super duper crazy for females out there. I mean, even just on how much you have to spend to keep up your daily life, like just I think we go back to like the basic
Dude,
needs and stuff like that, right? Like
nails,
imagine having to
hair,
add some
skin
tampons, bro.
appointments, like
Not even that stuff,
tampons.
just stuff to where you don't bleed into your own pants. Like that shit costs like 50 bucks a month or whatever. Like that's just a cost. you have to incur for living and female.
Yeah, imagine like having consequences for living.
Right? Like,
It's really It's really easy for me to appreciate being a man right now.
And
Yeah.
don't feminine products have like a really high tax too?
yeah, they have like a dummy high tax rate because they're considered a luxury item.
Mm-hmm.
A
So like
luxury item.
especially, yeah,
That's
it's
fucking
considered a
stupid.
luxury item. Yeah, so it's crazy. And I mean, there's a lot of way more progressive areas in the world that,
Yeah, but you
like,
could probably get a lot of that shit for free at like the clinic or something, you know?
I mean, I don't think so, honestly, bro.
You get like
I,
fistfuls
I
of
honestly
condoms.
probably like
Fine.
probably some like shitty pads or something like that. But you want to be comfortable, bro.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Like,
type of pad to use, Vlad? I know you
Maxi
don't.
Flex.
I know you don't like
I'm a
those
very active
shitty,
individual.
those shitty clinic pads. I know you hate them.
Yeah, no, I only get
Your
named
thighs
Maxi,
get
dude.
all rosado and sore, and you get a little rash.
They chafe up a little bit, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. The same thing, like, I mean, I don't trust clinic condoms either. They could even be
I think
named right.
people
I'm
poke
like,
holes
I
in
don't know.
those.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. There's like some psychopaths out there, bro.
I don't know. Well, I don't know, Vlad. I think you just have to be careful, you know, this day and age, because there's some fucking crazy people running around out there, and I guarantee you, there's somebody as we speak somewhere filling a condom dispenser with a needle, just putting holes in it. People like that exist.
Yep.
I mean, they
People-
put fucking needles in fucking like candy,
Yes.
like on Halloween.
Oh, not only,
Be aware.
dude, the Halloween stuff, but like my, I was reading a story the other day about someone who, threw like razor blades and corn cobs and threw it over their yard.
Yo.
So their
Oh yeah,
dog would
dude.
get it.
Like there was like one Halloween in the town that I lived in back when McDonald's was a fun place, and they had play place or whatever they called it.
Yeah, dude, I remember this
Dude,
shit too.
that people would throw syringes and blades and shit,
Yup.
and there was
In the ball pit.
25 razor blades found in the bottom of a ball pit at our local McDonald's.
Well, I'm never going in the ball pit again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I can't go in there now anyway. I'd get arrested or something.
yeah,
But-
they'd probably take me out in cuffs,
Well,
that's
you,
for sure.
well, you can go to like Dave and Buster's. Like they have adult ball pits over there.
I'm not getting in a smelly ass adult
Oh,
ball
dude.
pit. You want to know the worst thing? One
There's
thing worse
probably
than a
way more
child ball
barf
pit?
in that Dave and Buster's one. Yeah.
And there's
Like,
you don't want to go in there. Trust me. I've
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when
seen
you're
some
when
shit.
you're when you're with your friends, you know, and you're drinking, and you're having, you know, eating wings.
I
and
have to
shit
be
and playing
drunk
arcade
enough
games.
to barf in the ball pit to go in the ball
Well,
pit.
here's the thing about
And
the
that's
ball
what
pit.
alarms me about the ball pit.
Here's the thing about the ball pit is like you're smelling feet, first of all, and that's something you got to
Easy.
be comfortable with in the entire playground area.
no.
Is that there will be a consistent smell of feet. There's just this weird burning smell that goes through your nose at all times, and whenever your brain's like, "What is that smell?" the other half of your brain's like, "It's feet."
Bro,
You
and
just
you see
smell
like
feet the
that
whole
one
time.
drunk
my
22-year-old
God.
chick who like showed up in sandals so she ain't wearing no socks and the bottom of her feet are just black.
Dude,
And you're just dealing with that up
so
in your
weird.
face.
I can almost smell it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's
fucking
Max
God.
Adams when
Where's
you need him?
Max?
Oh
Yeah.
God, ew! I fucking hate feet, and every time he gets near my feet, he's like toes.
That
I'm like,
guy.
oh my God, get away!
Max
I'm about
Adams. Max Adams and his
to barf. I don't do feet
promiscuous
at
foot
all.
fetish.
I don't do feet at
It's
all.
not even a fetish at this point, it's an infatuation. The man
Yeah.
lives his life revolving around the toes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I couldn't live like that, dude. Feet are. I mean, it's not like feet aren't gross to me, but like.
Feet are disgusting.
They're definitely gross, bro.
They're disgusting.
You don't have to sugarcoat it, man. We're not kink shaming you, Max Adams, but
Yeah.
I
Dude,
ain't
get
about
them
it.
feet. Get them
I
feet.
mean, I've let
son.
him go to town on my toes a couple times. You know,
Suck
I'm not
on
I'm not
those
against
toes.
facilitating it, but you know, it's not doing anything for me.
You're a pitcher, not a catcher. That's what we say.
Yeah,
Accept
you know,
it.
I like to service, you know, and
Live
if that's what he
in
derives
4K.
pleasure from.
Vladimir
and I
Gluten's
quote,
cock.
I've facilitated my toes a couple times.
Vlad's toes are for rent,
Oh my
just
God.
like the fucking 18 cars he
Hey,
has in his garage.
How much, lad? How much?
He's
are your
gonna
toes
fucking
rent?
oversell you. Trust me.
Yeah,
He's like,
you know
oh, that
me,
full
I'm always
body.
gonna
He's
hit you
got
with
a
a
full
high ball.
tune.
Yeah, these
I'll call
are
Max right now.
these are freshly painted toes.
Gluten
It
gray.
is full tune. I'd probably do 10K an hour.
Did you just say your feet was full tuned?
Yeah, full tune. Yeah, Lamborghinis, full tune.
Lamborghinis.
I just got
Jesus
suspension down on my
Christ.
Chevrolet too. Tell you what,
All right, this
doesn't
is going
doesn't
too
trip.
far.
Oh my fucking.
All right,
God.
so Victoria, we're gonna have you back soon for a, one of the special podcasts that I do with people sometimes.
Yes.
So I think that's gonna be exciting. We'll talk about the VU and Ghost Records, and maybe a little bit about, like, was anybody even here before you? Like,
What do you mean?
I mean, you've just been around for so long, you know. I think it would be interesting to
How many
hear
people?
how you flew into the city, and like, I'm sure there are tons of people now, or tons of people then that you hung around, or like not necessarily depended on, but people you were close to back then that just haven't been in the city in forever at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's interesting, just because like all the people that have, come in and out of the city, you've probably seen so many of them. But anyway, yeah. So that's planned for the next couple of weeks, or within the next couple of weeks, rather. And then I'm really gonna try to lay down some guest episodes here in the next week or so. We're gonna try to get caught back up, but I'm not gonna rush it, guys. There's no point in rushing, Just relax, have a good time. I know there's like this big storm that's coming up. You guys, don't worry about that. We'll still be doing episodes after that, I hope. I don't know really how that's going to go or what happens after.
Season 2, baby.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
I'm not sure. We'll see where we end up.
I mean, nothing really changes.
Yeah.
Vic, do you have anything to plug before
yeah,
we close
Vic,
out?
you
I
got.
mean, this will be
listen,
coming out
this
tomorrow
is
on Thursday.
Insta-fluencer Vic. So you got something to plug. I mean,
Prom queen,
Prom
Vic.
queen. So Alex changed his name to Prom King, and then he put his mech tag. So I was like, "Fuck it, I gotta follow suit." So I put my meaningless prom queen.
I just want to let you know
titles.
that thing was rigged.
It was not. It was not.
Yeah.
So
It was
that
the Russians.
last day, it was like neck and neck for prom king.
You
Queen
got
all
like
day.
40% of the vote, girl.
It was neck and neck all day. Trust me, I was like staring at it.
I just want to let you know that if I was a girl, I'm winning that 10 times out of 10. And I'm throwing my pussy around for it too. So
Oh
my god,
you
I'm not
heard
losing
it.
that.
You
I'm
heard
not
it.
losing that at all.
I was so shit faced for fucking prom. Oh my god, that was like my end of like 14 hours of just straight drinking. I was like, oh my god, yeah, no, never again, never again.
Yeah, I wish I'd have made it to that, but I was just the brain stuff. But
Yeah, we stopped by. I stopped by with some of the Weasel crew, but being the only sober ones in the room made it a little bit harder to operate. But it seemed like a really fun time.
Imagine.
But anything coming up, Vic? Any big parties? Any events from Ghost Records? Anything like that you want to make the people known of?
I know Millie's birthday party is on Sunday, and that's a Disney theme, which I'm super excited for.
This should be out before Sunday.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm super excited for that because I'm a fucking Disney freak, like low key Disney freak. I used to go to Disney.
I mean, I don't want you to leak it if you don't want to, but who you going as? You have a costume idea yet?
Yeah, I made me in hazy outfits, and I'm not gonna leak it.
Okay, all right.
I like
Well, hey, show up Sunday.
I like for it to be a surprise because I did a lot of hard work because it was hard to find a bow tie. Let's just put that out there because women
All
only
right.
have a red, black, and white bow tie. So I had to
believe it or not,
improvise.
the guys don't have like that crazy of a selection either. We have definitely more than that, but we don't. It's not great.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Well,
But yeah,
go out
so let's-
Sunday, check out the outfits, and anything else? D, do we have anything coming up? Does Weasel have anything coming up?
I don't know, guys. Weasel's got a lot coming up. We've had like a lot of good things happen. As far as how do I put this, developments, hopefully that we'll be seeing applied, in or around the wipe. So keep an eye out for Weasel because we're doing big things. Hopefully moving into a new building, which I think is supposed to happen. It's going to happen.
I think the contractors are already drawing up work on that, so we're looking good. And please, guys, apply now. If you think you may want to be a part of the team, man, apply now.
Yeah.
And that way you can get knocked out and ready to go to where, if when the big storm rolls around, you'll be able to get on the road and start doing stuff on your own
We've
versus having to
got
go through training.
the news bulletins that you guys have been seeing. We've got odds and ends projects that we're helping with. We're helping with a big thing that's going to be happening at the casino. Some of you might know about it. Some of you might not. I don't know if they've been advertising it. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
It's
so,
October 8th.
Yeah.
Is it a big
October
thing?
8th
Is it
the end of
announced
the year
now?
bash.
Is it? I thought
Yeah,
it was the
it's
6th.
out.
Okay, so
Sixth?
Weasel.
Yeah, it's
Six?
the 6th.
All right, let's
Yeah.
we'll overlay the date and the flyer
Yeah.
here so we do get our dates correct and not make an ass of ourselves. But yeah, big ol' event going up there. We're gonna be having a trailer come out for that in the next couple days, so keep an eye out
Yeah.
on RP Instagram.
So Weasel News is going to be helping with
stuff
that.
like
We've got like I said, the bulletins that you guys have been getting. There's supposed to be kind of like a cops type series in the works right now, where actually Weasel is in works with the PD to get that done the right way. We want to make sure that we can get you guys the best news possible, and it's going to be just best if we just go about it the right way. That's why it's kind of taking us some time to get some productions out, because we kind of want to lay the bricks out in front of us before we get to walking. So the cop series, Vlad, you've got your Weasel Auto. I don't know how much you want to
Weasel Auto will be launching around the big storm as we're getting some facilitating items with the
talk about that. Tell us what that's going to be a little bit.
So the big thing is like we're gonna have our own little garage, which is what's gonna facilitate us, but it's gonna be a car review kind of segment. And again, Weasel Autos as a department will do a bunch of stuff, and we'll get into racing and stuff like that soon. But essentially, I just want to bring to you guys a comprehensive deep dive into pretty much anything there is worth owning. Import cars, local cars, boats. Hopefully helicopters, planes, things like that down the line as we start to expand our growth. But I just want to be able to give you guys a resource to know what you want to buy, why you want to buy it, and possibly things like how fast it may go. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Do you need cars?
Because
I got cars. I got 67 fucking cars.
Yeah, and we're both pretty stacked up, but we'll hopefully be developing a way to where Weasel can gain access to the car, purchase it, do what they need to do with it, and then auction it off to the people, or do a raffle, or do an event with a prize to where we give these cars away and put them back out into the public, give somebody an opportunity to get a cool car for cheap or winning it in a prize. So that will kind of come down the line, and we'll be working a lot with the public for some of the loaners that we'll need here and there too. So keep an eye out.
And those are just main Weasel projects that we've named. I mean, I know there are people that are working on ads and commercials of sorts for businesses. If you're hearing this, you're running a business, let us know. We can help you out with like a commercial or an ad, whatever the case may be. That's one of the big things that we're doing with the big bash, the big tsunami bash at the casino, is we're working the ad for that. So if you guys like that commercial, that ad, that's Weasel work. Mr. John Neal is directing that. So yeah, like I said,
shout out to John Neal, by the way. Holy crap, that man
he's
is
a good
just
guy.
the GOAT.
And he's got he's a couple of other, I wanted to say real quick that that those were just made productions. Everybody at Weasel, and not everybody, but a lot of people at Weasel are capable and do have plans to kind of do their own little projects. So there's going to be all kinds of stuff for you guys to check out in Weasel, hopefully sooner than later. But that being said, I think that's it. I don't really know. I mean, you guys want to talk about anything else?
No,
you guys don't
I think
watch
we've
sports.
got it covered.
Vic, you don't watch sports, right?
I don't watch sports. I'm not a sports person. I think sports are stupid.
Okay.
Sorry. The only sport I kind of watch is Formula 1 and NASCAR.
Hey, let's go. The only
Formula
sport for me is
1 and
motorsport.
NASCAR.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Those are the two most
girl
boring
after my own
sports
heart.
known to man.
Hold up.
Tennis and golf
Wait a minute.
are more entertaining than NASCAR.
You ever sit down and watch a tennis match and watch a car do 200 miles an hour through the air upside down? Didn't think so.
Yeah, but you don't get to see a car go 200 miles upside down a whole lot. Normally, you just watch them turn left.
At least once a race.
Yeah,
at least once a race.
Have you ever watched 40 cars at 200 miles an hour pile up?
Yeah.
I watched
flip.
43, 42, whatever it is. I mean, guys, listen. I've seen, the Daytona, the Talladegas, the Poconos, the Richmonds, the Bristols, Las Vegas, Watkins Glen, all of those. I'm very familiar. I used to watch a lot of NASCAR, but I realized that it just wasn't enough for me, Sometimes they like to spice things up and make a quick pit stop, but that's really the only thing that changes throughout the whole race.
I guess it's you got to be committed to some of these sports to think the race is interesting. I think, like you
Yeah.
have to understand like what's at stake with this race, because like yeah, you may see a bunch of cars like doing a thing, but the most exciting part may be the dude battling for sixth, who if he gets sixth
Yeah,
place, he
because he
wins
needs
the
the points for
championship.
the ladder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you got like the two
exactly.
teammates
So
who are third, fourth, bump drafting each other.
yeah,
I mean, I get the
exactly.
concept. The my parents were giant NASCAR people. They were all junior fans, and like they hated Gordon and
Mhm.
Johnson and Tony Stewart. Like they,
Raise hail,
so
praise Dale. Let's
yeah. So
go.
I grew up on it. So I
Yeah.
mean, the NASCAR thing is probably why I hate it so much, is because it was like just NASCAR and like
It was forced upon you as a child,
yeah.
so you never really fell in
It's
love.
like Sundays you're watching NASCAR, you know, and it just wasn't my thing. Like it was just so
Mhm.
goddamn loud. And you gotta crank the TV. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off on another rant. Let's wrap this up. Fuck it. I think
Yeah,
we're done.
we
We've been
need to
trying to do
actually get
this.
some sleep at some point, D, because
Yeah.
this is about 40 something hours now. So, ladies and gentlemen of Los
Nobody's
Santos, good night.
nobody's listening to this point anyway, you know. So it's all right.
Yeah,
If you're
everyone's
still listening, we really
roll
fuck with
the
you.
ads.
Yeah.
Roll the ads.
Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
if
So
you're
Vlad,
still here,
thanks for sitting down, Vlad. Thanks for sitting down, Vic. It was a long time
Yeah,
coming. We finally
anytime.
did it. We'll get the one-on-one with Vic out here soon. I've got a couple of the people that I need to see first, but episode 6 is done and done. Episode 7 should be coming out sometime next week. Hopefully, we'll be recording in the next couple of days. And yeah, just be looking out on Instagram. That's it. I mean, if I got any updates, I'll let you guys know. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry we were gone for so long, but we're back. So yeah, that'll do it. You guys be safe. Take care, Los Santos.